I know I may look rough, but that's the life of living on the homestead. It's early. I just woke up after only getting like 5 hours of sleep, but the sun does its thing, and melatonin and serotonin and dopamine, they all just kind of take their turns. And it doesn't matter what I want to do, it matters what my hormones want to do. So they're like, wake up, go to work. So I thought I would share with you. Um, I have I have packing. I've always been a really, really solid packer. I think I think my former husband would even agree. He would say, "Girl, you know how to pack." So I thought I would take you on a little journey with me because I had to go to Home Depot yesterday because I'm out of wood again, right? So I while I was there, well, after I was there, or I'm sorry, before I went there, I went to the Goodwill because, of course, I was talking to my daughter and I was like, should I go to the Goodwill while I'm here? She's like, yes. So $100 later and a whole front load or front seat of fun things. Um, I I I got some really cool stuff. But this is what I want to show you. When I was at then there's this place called Restore Habitat for Humanity, and I think that they're all over the place. But I'm going to show you what I found. So that's a smoker, never been used. Not a smoker, I'm sorry, it's a pizza oven, never been used. It's got all the fixins, everything that comes with it, which is amazing. Um, and then I wanted to show you my amazing um, packing job. So I get all this wood, and I once lost an entire load of wood on the dirt road. So now I have it set to where I can basically, I like build this little board here and I screw it in place. And then up there's another board. I don't know if you can see it coming in this way. And that one there's like two boards that are screwed into that one. So it kind of just holds everything. And then I can lay the wood in it. Now these straps are a little excessive, but I've got this chest here that I found at the Restore. And check this bad boy out. Oh, I don't know if I can open it. Hang on 1 second. Let me pop this ratchet. Um, Hang on a second here. Okay, check this out. 72743. AJ Sampson. Look at this beautiful inlay. So I'm gonna, in all my spare time, refinish this. How cool is that? $50. Okay, and then I found this fireplace. Okay, so it's propane. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me move this box. Sorry. Ugh. So it's a little propane fireplace. Like, let me put my hand up against it. So that's like 6 inches. So 6, 12. So it's like 2.5 feet wide. And then like 12 inches deep plus the back. It's really, really pretty. It's got all the little parts. It's got little grills that go on the top of it. Got that for $180. And that came from the Restore. It's glazed cast iron. And it weighs, I'm going to say close to 400 pounds. So I'm going to, oh, you know me, I'm going to have to get creative and get this off of here. But yeah, it's just insane. But so I was at Home Depot and I was like loading everything up. So I also have two doors under here. This big old door right here is 9 feet tall. And then there's another door under there that is 8 feet tall. That the shorter door is going to go into my little cabin down below. And then that big door is going to go, let's walk over to my house with all my awesome finds. That door is going to go right here. So it is cut for a 9-foot door. I think I built this wide enough that that size door will fit, but that's an old door. It's old custom fit door. So I'm not sure if it'll fit there or not. I might have to, reframe the front there. But yeah, and then once that gets done, I can build my front porch with all my flagstone that I have right here. So I'm very excited about it. So what I was getting at was I was at Home Depot and this kid is helping me, and he just started like last week. And he's like, how are you going to strap everything down? And I was like, oh, dude, I got a system. He was like, okay, cool. And like 3 people that I know from being there every week. It's like I work there. I go there and people are like, hey, do you know where this is? I'm like, yes, aisle 23, 3rd shelf up, about 3/4 of the way down. Just because I do usually know things like that. So anyway, so we're, I'm out there getting all this stuff loaded up, and this gal comes out and she kind of goes, oh, she goes, man, you're going to learn some things out there. This kid's like, what? He's like, she goes, that girl can pack a trailer if I've ever seen it. And it's awesome because number one, I have the best neighbor in the world, lets me borrow his trailer. I take really good care of it, but he knows, but I did like drop a little piece of wood and I knocked out the one of the light covers, so I have to replace that. But like I have great neighbors here, and although they're like, a ways away, we look after each other. And so he lets me borrow his trailer, and I get the stuff that I need. And I couldn't believe that lady she's a young gal, but I couldn't believe that she had such nice things to say about me. And she was like, yeah, man, she can pack a trailer. She knows what she's doing. And I was like, it's pretty cool. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you how it's when you can, like, so I brought this home. So first of all, I brought it home. Let's see here. An hour and a half on the highway, and then 30 minutes. Actually, it took me like almost an hour on the dirt road because it's, I try to go really slow. But this is a 20-foot trailer. These are 12-foot board. Well, these are 12. 12 and 8-foot 2x6s. But like, yeah, I know most people are like, why don't you just get it bound by the people at Home Depot and have them put it on here? But they can't load from the back like this. They can only load from the side, so it always gets messed up. Like I told you, I've learned so much. So anyway, I just wanted to share like what it looks like to pack and what cool finds I had. Oh, there's more before I let you go. Hang on. I mean, you didn't even see what's inside the truck. Okay. So these are like the fun things that I found at the Goodwill. Like all sorts of kinds of things like this. And then like this, And so those will be like for plants or whatever. But I also, this mirror, it's kind of cool, right? Well, then, see what's in here. This is an old sewing machine table. But what's cool, and there's got a chair back there, but what's cool about it is that it's going to go down in this little apartment that I'm putting down in the lower part of my property. And then check out these lights. Look at that. That is awesome. Like, $15 a piece. They're glass. They're really cool. I'm not sure I'm going to use them as lights like this, but I can take them apart and use them. And then I got like a bike and another light and some stars. It was and a beautiful sweater. It's my color, so it was like $6 or something. A little sweater. You can tell I like green. Yeah, so, and then here's part of it. So first of all, I got a $20 discount on the cast iron stove because I asked for it, right? I also got a colander that they gave in for free because I spent so much money. But about this bad boy, this is the first thing that I see when I pull into the that like there's another thrift shop there. Forget what it's called, but it's right there on the 66, on Route 66. And so this is the first thing I see, and I'm like, man, I really want that. I bet it's a couple $100. And so I didn't even ask because nothing has prices on it. And then I was distracted by the chest. And so there's this guy comes up to me, and he's like, hey, do you mind, like, he's looking at my trailers, looking at me loading things up. He's like, do you mind, like, helping me get this grill home? I was like, no, where do you live? He's like, just over there, like, not far. I'm like, yeah, load it up. He's like, really? He's like, because they were going to charge me $65 to deliver. And I was like, dude, how much do you spend on that grill? He's like, 20. And I was like, no, I'll definitely deliver it. I'll definitely take it home for you. And he's like, okay, cool. I'll throw you $20. I'm like, whatever. Like, if you want to do that, that's great. Well, I was going to reject the money. Like, if he was going to hand it to me, I was going to reject it to him and tell him to, like, go buy someone a meal or whatever. So I'm staring at the grill, and I was like, is that the one you're getting? And he was like, oh, no, I don't know how much that one is. I'm sure it's really nice. So he's like, I'd love that, but that's a pizza oven. And I was like, yeah, I know. And he was like, nah, I'm not getting that one. I'm getting this one. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, just like load that one up. And he said he had just moved there, and he said, you like that grill? I was like, oh, I love that pizza oven. I would love to have a pizza oven. And right now I don't have an oven, because I live in a little camper. And I was like, I would love to make pizza in that little oven. And he was like, well, why don't you see how much it is? So I go up to the guy that gave me the deal on the chest, and I was like, how much for that little pizza oven? He was like, I don't know. What are you willing to pay for it? And I was like, that's not fair, because I don't own one. I don't know what they're worth. And I was probably thinking I'd probably pay $70, $60, $70, whatever. And he goes, well, how about this? How about 75? And I was like, no, too high. And he was like, all right, we'll go inside and ask the girl who runs the cash register. And I was like, all right, cool. So I walk up to her and I was like, hey, how much do you want for that little pizza oven out there? She's like, well, let me go check it out. So she's like taking her little phone and taking pictures of it, goes like Google money or something, I don't know, and sees if there's any other ones out there and what they're going for and how much. Now, okay, so here's what, like a little caveat. I don't ever, like, I research how much plane tickets are and how much hotels are. And that's about it. Everything else in wood. I do research like building supplies. But most everything else, I'm like, if that's what you're asking, like if I'm buying something on Marketplace or something, I'm like, if that's what you're asking, like I'll pay for it. Because most people they're not like looking to gyp you, I don't think. So she's like, at the end, she's like, I don't know, $70. I was like, sold. The guy's like, I offered 75. I was like, I told you it's too high. And so then the guy that I was going to deliver, he was like, I was willing to pay $65. I was not willing to pay 65, but I was willing to pay 20. He goes, how about this? How about I give you 40 for the little oven? And I was like, wait, you moving in with me? You going to share that with me? He goes, no. He's like, you know what? He's like, I'm really blessed that you're like saving me money and I don't have to like spend $65. He's like, now it's a principal thing. I was like, yeah, I get that. And so he handed the lady $40 for it. And then I paid the balance. So, what was that, $25 or something? Or what did I pay? 70. I paid 70. So I handed her $30. She actually brought my change back, and I gave it to the guy. I was like, here, keep this. And he was like, no. He's like, no, that's good. I don't want to like leave you poor. But how cool is that? Like, so basically I made out yesterday. I always love a good find. And I'm like super excited because why not? I'm like, this is a good find. And then I'm going to show you one last thing here, because my neighbor is he's giving me a an antique, right? But so this one I bought off of him. So don't mind the parts on the top, but this one is a cooling rack for a pie. I guess needs to be fixed. But back in the day, they would put pies in there, and it would cool. You know, the pies would cool so that like bugs and stuff couldn't get in there. And he has a really cool story that his grandson locked his granddaughter in there when she was like a baby, like a little, like, I mean, I guess big enough that you could walk, but small enough that you could fit in there, like maybe two, I don't know. And they were playing hide and seek, and he shut the door and it locked her in there. And they found her later. But so there's a really cool story behind this. But I am going to, so I was going to clean this up really good. And I am going to put this in my downstairs bathroom and put my sink on it. Now, it's a little low. I mean, it stands here. So I might not, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. But that was the plan, was to put my, I'm going to have a bowl. So maybe it'll work, like with the bowl on top of it. And then I'm going to have my spigot coming out of the wall. I think, who knows? It changes daily. Okay, I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm like relocating the chickens. Does anybody just want to come hang out for a month and help me? Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay. Bye for real. For real. Bye.